Live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, it's just baseball.
Yep.
We're just focusing on baseball, Tim. I've already locked in 3 plays for today. Well, 4 plays, but 3 plays, but one's a split bet. So 4 plays, I guess you can call it. I've already locked in 3 different games for baseball today. We have no hockey until the Stanley Cup Finals. We have no NBA till the NBA Finals. And we have our matchups. It is going to be the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights, and it's going to be the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets. I think I'm going to stick to my my original prediction saying that the Slippers fall off in the finals there, but I have a different approach for game 1 of both series, though. So should be interesting there. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1 went right, 1 went wrong in the world of sports betting. Baseball is profitable 4-2 plus 2.56 units, and it's mainly because I took some shots at some underdogs, and it came through. Detroit money line was a loser. They got shut out. Might go back to them today. I haven't decided yet. KC first 5 plus 155 was as easy as it gets. They were perfect through 5 innings. They were actually perfect through 7 innings. Until the perfect game was broken up in the 8th there. Rays team total over 4.5 was a loser. They got shut out against Marcus Stroman, who had a no-hitter going into the 7th. Minnesota Twins first 5 money line was a winner. I also turned around and live bet the Astros plus 2.5 at the end of the 5th inning and cashed that as well. Arizona, Colorado over 10 was a winner. And when they were down 4-0, I live bet the Diamondbacks plus 2.5 runs, which came through as well. And talk about getting plus runs again. The Oakland Athletics first 5 money line was a winner. I grabbed them plus 2.5. I think in the 3rd inning and the live over 7.5. Both those came through as well. I've been screwing off live bets too, which live betting baseball was pretty strong last night. I did lose. I grabbed the Mariners plus 5.5, and after I grabbed them, they got the double play against Higashioka, and then they gave up 1 in the 9th, which sucked. But it is what it is. 4-2 plus 2.56 units in the MLB. 0-1 in the NBA. 0-1 in the NHL. So the playoffs were not very nice to me yesterday. Miami, Boston, first half over 104 was a loser. Should have just grabbed the Heat trifecta because the Miami Heat won the first quarter, the first half, and the full game, all on the money lines. So that was a nice little. If you bet Miami wire to wire, that hit as well. So that would have been a nice little winner, but a loser for me there. And the Dallas Stars, I think, forgot there was a hockey game last night, which is frustrating. Dallas Stars money line loser. Dallas Stars half unit play to win the series plus 275 loser. Threw a quarter unit on the cup future as well, loser as well. Super hilarious, losing money. That the Stars cost me about 2 units yesterday, which was frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm probably going to approach it with Florida game 1 and Vegas series. I would like to know what those odds are for that to happen. But other than that, not a fun slate yesterday. With non-baseball. Baseball was better.
No, that's fair. Yesterday actually was a good day on the site, though, Nick. We had 2 losers, which were bad losers. The over in the Cubbies game was a loser, and the over in the Boston game was a loser. But we had the over in the Arizona game, winner. The Giants run line, plus 155, was our 3rd biggest win yesterday. Because we also had the Oakland Athletics, plus 213 winner, and the Miami Heat, plus the 251 winner there. 4-2 day, but up 4.89 units. Losing streak finally snapped. So I'm quite happy with that. And we already got some plays loaded up for today in the WNBA, so I'm ready for that. And we also got baseball, so let's have a good day. And lines are slowly starting to drop for college baseball, and I'm getting ready to load up and go with that.
And I'm ready to throw a degenerate $5 bet down on every single 1 seed to win it, because that would have hit last year and it would have went 15-1 the year before.
Oh, well, I'm already on 2 4 seeds, so let's go.
Oh, boy. Okay. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I refuse to back a 4 seed.
Well, one of them is just a little bit of a short line. The other one I'm betting too high.
I think LSU kicks the crap out of them. That's beyond the.
You want to go to the chat?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Morning, Untouchable. How about them Celtics? Oh yeah. The neutral way was right. Did you give out the Heat money line on PMP and also the A's money line? Heat and A's never in doubt.
Yeah. I gave both of those out. Yep.
I sure remember that the Stars are from Texas, big Texas. Yeah, everything is bigger in Texas, including ass kickings in elimination games. Apparently,
Love to see it.
Let's win. Yeah, both Florida champions. Let's go Miami, home team.
Nope. John, incorrect. Marlins
money line. I know we're gonna. I am definitely looking at the Miami Marlins today. I'm looking at them first 5, though, I think.
Either way.
I file for bankruptcy. There you go.
Oh, bummer.
Which actually that leads perfectly into it because that's our first game we're talking about here. Miami Marlins and the and
what do you mean? Hold on. You just skipped over like 5 comments.
What? Oh, wow. Those just clicked in. I just saw those.
Wow. You're just going to completely ignore Markel?
No, it didn't show them.
You just wanted to ignore Markel? That's kind of rude.
A's first 5. Yes. No. It didn't show them. Hello, friends. Hello. Twins first 5 money line. There you go. Took everything and took the Mariners or Heat/Mariners money line. No. Locked in 11 plus on them Nugs, which reminds me that game 1 is on the 1st. So we still have 2 days until that. I have a bad feeling that's going to be a 9 by the time I get around to betting it because I'm going to
why? What's the spread on it now?
8.5 minus 114.
Capitals hiring Maple Leafs assistant Spencer Carberry as head coach.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm going to trifecta the Nuggets game 1. It's currently -3 first quarter, -4.5 first half, and -8.5 full game. That's what we're looking at.
I'm grabbing the -8.5 now as we speak.
Want to throw a pie at Tim now.
Yay. Can it be a good pie?
Yeah. IceX is here. Hooray, yeah. Already on -9. Yeah, I'm going to probably bet the -9. It is what it is. I need to cap it a little bit more, but I'm almost certain I'm taking the trifecta. We'll kick it on off here. San Diego Padres, Miami Marlins. Marlins -130 favorites, total 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movements in this game here. See if everything correlates. Line opened up. Ooh, I don't know about this anymore. Line opened up at -141. Line came down all the way to -135, and it's now -134. So a 7-cent line movement towards Miami in this game. Line opened up at an 8 even money. It went down to a 7.5, but now it's up to an 8 at -118. So actually an 18-cent line movement towards the over in this game. Okay, so this line movement makes sense because 57% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on the Padres. So the line moving towards the Padres makes sense because money's coming in on the Padres. And we have 67% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the over. The lines move towards the over in this one here. We have Ryan Weathers and Sandy Alcantara. Weathers with a 3.94 ERA, but a 3.5 expected ERA, so expected a little bit better from him. Alcantara, 4.86 ERA, 4.30 expected ERA, so expect better from him. The Marlins mash left-handed hit pitchers right now. 121 runs created plus last 30 days. And the Padres are subpar with 93 against righties, which is 23rd. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Padres, which I actually switched it up. I'm doing the last 2 weeks for bullpen stats, but I'm sticking the last 30 days for WRC plus for the hitting stats. And the Padres have the 4th ranked bullpen compared to the Marlins 13th. So a slight edge there. I was leaning Marlins first 5 run line, but I don't know. This seems kind of tricky at this point. It's just a lean towards, I think, the Marlins first 5 run line at this point, or first 5 money line. What?
No. Sorry, I got a notification for something I have to fix. Yeah, I looked at this one. You get Alcantara, who's just not been the same Alcantara as last year. He's given up earned runs. He's got a 4.86 ERA. That's not Alcantara like right there. And the Marlins are actually losing a bunch of games with him pitching. So it's rather concerning. I think the Marlins are overvalued whenever he pitches. On the opposite side is Ryan Weathers and the Padres, and that's not somebody I'm interested in backing either. So this one is going to end up being a stay away for me. I kind of lean Padres in this game, but the Padres are kind of struggling right now, and I'm not too interested in going after it. So I lean Padres, but this one's going to be a pass.
Yeah, I see really no point in getting involved here at this point. It was a lean towards Miami, but I don't know. It seems tricky.
Yeah. Go to the chat real quick.
Oh, okay.
I'm fixing the one thing.
All right. Good morning, genuine, and chat. All right.
Gentlemen, chat probably.
I hit a big plus 614 1 unit play on the Heat and the Knights. There you go. That was then. This is now. Let's make some money today. Let's get it. Yes, Padres money line for ice. I'm on the Heat game. First game. I'm not going to be. No, thank you. Taking a shot. Taking the Panthers to win the cup. This will be a short series, 5 games, or a complete sweep. I don't want VGK to win because Marchessault is a tool. Okay, so you have personal reasons here. I believe he pronounced it Alcantara.
Whatever it is, it don't matter.
Yeah. Oakland first 5 money line, full game money line smash yesterday. Now I'm going to be on the opposite side today. Thought that Miami was public play. No, actually, more money's coming in on the Padres. And by the way, you didn't say what you're supposed to say, Lex. You don't. This is not how you. This is not how you enter the stream.
Yeah, Lex, try it again. Try it again. Oh, and Lex, we have to talk about something because we booked our tickets yesterday, and we booked the hotel room. Whereabouts are you? DM me on Facebook or something. Whereabouts are you in Virginia? Because we're heading up to the University of Virginia this weekend, and it would be awesome to meet up with you. So let us know. Let us know where you're at. Anyways, go ahead, Nick. We'll go to the next.
Yeah, next matchup here. This one I've got some interest in. Got some interest in this one. Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers. Rangers minus 130 favorites, total of 9 in this game. And we have let's grab the line history in this one here between Faedo and Perez. This line opened up at minus 135 for the Rangers. It's down to a -1 or minus 120. So a 15-cent line movement towards the Detroit Tigers in this game. As for the total, it opened up in a 9 even money. Now it's a 9 plus 104. So a 4-cent line movement towards the under in this game as well. We have 60% of the tickets and 50% of the cash is on the Rangers, and the line's plummeting towards the Tigers. I kind of like Detroit in this matchup here. So 57% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the over. The lines move slightly towards the under, which tells me that they think Faedo is going to have a decent game. And Faedo, for me, I know you look at his previous stats, have not been very good this year. I think he's a bet-on pitcher. Let's take a look at it here. Faedo, 4.15 ERA, but a 3.07 expected ERA. I expect him to be good, Faedo here. And Perez, 3.83 ERA, but a 4.63 expected ERA. So I expect him to be not great. The only thing that kind of scares me off the Tigers at the moment, which I don't think this is going to completely do it, is that the Rangers hit right-handed pitching 110 WRC plus, which is 7th in baseball, compared to the Tigers, who are 23rd against lefties, 97, which is just slightly below average. The Tigers have the bullpen advantage, 12th versus 23rd. I'm going to move on the Detroit Tigers here in this game. I'm going to grab the Tigers plus 110 full game in this one. I think that they can get to this Rangers bullpen later in the game, and I like Detroit here in this spot, plus 111 for Detroit Tigers money line.
I 100% agree. I just and the whole thing with me is I just think the line's way too short. The Texas Rangers, who are 15 games over 500, yes, they're on the road, are only a minus 130. In a normal game with a team that they're going up against a team that's under 500, in a normal game, this should be like a minus 160, minus 170. Martin Perez he's been all right this year, but he's been one of their better pitchers of the last couple of years. And you're going up against a Alex Fado. I call him Fado because we always faded him. He actually hasn't been as bad this year. 3.32 in terms of earned runs per game. This is 100% Detroit Tigers spot. I'll go ahead and put them up on the side. I just think the line is way too short on this one. So Tigers money line, I'll roll with it plus 112.
Yeah.
Back to the chat.
Marlins money line. John says Supness. Lex says Supness. There we go. Rangers minus 1.5.
Hey, if you're gonna take the Rangers, 100% take them run line because I would want plus money on it.
Yeah, Marlins minus 130. There, awesome. Yeah, I'm on Braves today. So am I. I've already locked in the Braves. Grinch plus 110 with the Tigers. There we go, Grinch. I might lose, but I took Rangers run line. Fair enough. We'll move on to the next matchup here with the Baltimore Orioles and the Cleveland Guardians. Orioles minus 135 favorites with a total of 9 in this spot. Let's grab the line history in this one. Line opened up at Baltimore minus 141. It's now minus 135, so a 6-cent line movement towards the Guardians in this game here. As for the total, line opened up at an 8.5. It's now up to a 9. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game here, as we have 70% of the tickets and 78% cash on the Baltimore Orioles, and line to move towards the Guardians, which is interesting. We have 66% of the tickets and 73% of the cash coming in on the under, and yet the line's moving towards the over here in this game, which is kind of interesting in this one. I don't want anything to do with an over here, but I think if there's any pitchers that we can trust maybe to get an over, it's these two. Quantrill 4.75 ERA, but a 5.54 expected ERA. So I think Baltimore can get to him. And the Orioles Gibson 3.82 ERA, but a 4.76 expected ERA. Maybe we get some runs for the Guardians here today. The line movement tells me that Kyle Gibson's vulnerable in this game, and we could see him get hit a little bit. The only thing that's really, I think, keeping me off and over in this game is the Guardians are dead last versus right-handed pitching, 68 runs created plus, and the Orioles are average. They're 15th, equal 100 WRC plus, and I believe the Guardians have been a really good under team as of late. They're 2-8 over under in their last 10 games. As crazy as it sounds, it's a lean towards an over for me in this game with the way the markets are moving in this one and the way that I can look at the pitchers potentially getting hit here in this spot. But it's not something I'm overly confident in grabbing a 9 in a Guardians game. But I think that's kind of telling you something, that the line's gone from an 8.5 to a 9 in this game, where it's a strong lean towards the over for me, but I don't think I'm pulling the trigger on it.
I understand that. I think the Orioles get to Cal Quantrill. And I think if there's going to be runs scored, it's going to be from the Baltimore Orioles, especially after they got shut out yesterday. They faced off against Allen and got shut out. I will say I gave out on a free pick video Orioles run line yesterday. That was under the assumption that they were going to win yesterday as well. They did not. Now, being shut out makes me like them still.
Yes.
If it was a closer game and they lost late, maybe not. But seeing they got shut out, maybe a bounce back spot here. If I'm going after anything, it's the Orioles on the run line. And you're grabbing plus money with it. I just think that Cal Quantrill, everybody remembers him from last year. He was the most profitable pitcher in baseball last year. And he has not been good this year. 4.75 ERA in 55 innings pitched. I think he gets hit against the Baltimore Orioles today. Baltimore run line.
And if you think Baltimore maybe gets to him here, I think a decent look for it because I don't know if Baltimore wins this game or not. But you can grab Baltimore team total over 4.5 at -113. I don't hate that either for a potential option here because I do think they can get to Quantrill in this spot, but it's just tricky. I kind of want to back the over in this game. I'm going to write down the over with a question mark. I might come back to it later.
Sounds good.
I don't want Baltimore, though. That line move against Baltimore is keeping me off Baltimore.
That's fair. Back to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be typing up a banner in a minute with all of my college baseball plays that I just locked in.
Gotcha. That's why I'm controlling.
That's what I'm doing at the moment. I have 14 bets. I'm tracking them in a spreadsheet, and I'm going to put them in a scroller.
Oh, you already placed some bets. All right, cool.
Yes, I already.
I like the Guardians. Says ISX. I don't hate the Guardians here. Orioles run line. Orioles blacklisted. Pass. Nice sunny weather. No wind in Baltimore. Pass. I want to take the Orioles, but I'm going to stay off. Mullen's not playing. Will that take effect? It could. I wouldn't read too much into it. Orioles got smashed yesterday, so huge bounce back for Orioles today. I can see it.
See that. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, the O's lost yesterday. Oops. 10 units on Guardians money line. Well, Oakland -2.5 hit yesterday for me. Wow. Oakland -2.5.
Love to see it. Now do it again, Oakland.
The unders to play in that Baltimore game. I disagree. I feel like the Guardians, that feels so obviously under, but I don't know. We'll move on here. This is one that I wanted to make a move on, but I didn't. Toronto and Milwaukee. The Blue Jays -145, total 9 in this game. Take a good look at the line history. Line opened up at -171 for Toronto. Immediately went down to -150, and it's now -145. So since the opening line is a 26-cent line movement towards the Brewers in this game. Line opened up at a 9.5 -115. It's now a 9 at -107. So a nice little line movement towards the under in this game as well. Let's take a look at the money in this game. Let's see if it makes sense. As we have 44% of the tickets and 53% of the cash is on Milwaukee. So that kind of is interesting there. 54% of the tickets and 72% of the cash is on the over. Yet the lines moved from 9.5 to a 9. Which tells me that they think Hauser pitches well today. And looking at it here, we have Hauser with a 2.25 ERA, but a 3.48 expected ERA. Does he regress? I think Toronto could get to him here. Kikuchi, 4.56 ERA, but 5.26 expected ERA. So I expect him to get have some negative regression. But are the Brewers the team to take advantage of that? I think the answer is no, because the Brewers are dead last versus left-handed pitching. 66 WRC plus the last 30 days, which is last in baseball. Toronto, 4th against right-handed pitching here with 112. And bullpens 10th and 15th favoring the Blue Jays in this matchup here. This line move is keeping me completely off of Toronto in this spot. This line move is telling me a little bit towards the under. I think we could see Hauser pitch okay enough to get us the under here in this game. Let's see. Are we getting a 5 for the first 5 here in this one? We are getting a 5 for the first 5 under in this spot. That's my lean in this one at the moment. I think is a first 5 under. First 5 under 5, I think, is an interesting look here. Kikuchi, I think, can pitch well against this Baltimore team. Which you can Milwaukee Brewers. I'm looking at the B, and I keep saying Baltimore for whatever reason. I think the first 5 under is the look in this spot here at 5.
Yeah, I was kind of looking through Kikuchi's numbers because I thought he was a lot better of a home pitcher than a road pitcher, and he is. 5.32 ERA on the road to a 3.54 at home. This is just I can't back Kikuchi right now, especially at -155. And he last couple of starts, 5 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 4 earned runs. A good game, no earned runs against Pittsburgh, 5 earned runs against Boston. So 4 out of his last 5 starts have allowed 3+ earned runs. Not ideal for somebody I would want to try to go after. So I kind of stayed away from Kikuchi and the Blue Jays for today. There's just no way I'm going after the Milwaukee Brewers right now. So I kind of stayed away from this game. Complete pass.
I think if there's any team that Kikuchi can pitch well against, it's Milwaukee here. This is
It
definitely
could be, yeah.
I think this is the best matchup Kikuchi's had all year. He's at home, and he's against the worst hitting team in baseball. The line move is going to keep me off of the Blue Jays, but I want to back Kikuchi against the Brewers here. I'm going to take the first 5 under 5 at -108.
Okay, you do that. I'm currently putting in I already got them all tracked. Now I'm putting them into a scroller, and I'll have I'll go over all these plays on another show later on. I think I might do one tonight. I think I might do the show tonight. Hopefully they come out with the to win regions, because that would be awesome to see. But I'll have my plays right here in a scroller in a minute, and you guys will be able to hear them or see them, and then I'll talk about them. If anybody has any questions, I can quickly go over a couple of them, but nothing crazy. I'll go over them in a stream at another time.
K-Win saying the trade money line. That's not. Yeah, I like that. Now I'm taking the Braves today. You got to be crazy to go against your elders. I'm on the Braves. We will get into that later, because that's one of the last games we'll be going over for today.
There's no way the Braves lose 2 in a row, right?
Tim, stop that. I've already bet Atlanta.
God damn it! I clicked off of it.
What?
I clicked off of my thing, and
no play for me yet. Fair. Good luck today, boys. Wasn't Toronto on an over streak? Yes, but I think this matchup plays to an under. Blue Jays win. I find that very tricky. The line moving towards Milwaukee kind of scares me. Just cashed the Heat series ticket plus 3 units. Hell yeah.
Hey,
Sandy looked levels better in his last start. Covered the first 5 run line. Back on it today. There you go. Yeah. Can't figure out the Brewers. Yeah, the Brewers are a tricky team. I took Miami. Marketing scheme of Alcantara Tuesday. There you go. I fade them. They win. That's a couple teams for me. Sort of hard to trust the Cooch. Absolutely, it is. But if there's any spot to trust them, it's against the worst hitting team against left-handed pitching. Because I know there's been plenty of times where we've looked at the Brewers and they're like, oh, they should be able to hit this really bad left-handed pitching, and
they don't.
No. Markel passing. The Cooch run line. Yeah. Lenny Tigers. Yeah. Detroit, Arizona, Colorado has gone over in 7 of the last 8 meetings. There we go. WNBA plays. Tim?
On. I have them up here. Taking Atlanta -2.5, Indiana +12.5, the over in the Dallas game, and Seattle +16.5. I don't know how much those lines have moved, but there you go.
Better at WNBA than baseball. Well, WNBA, less people bet and the lines are softer. That would make sense. Moving on, the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies are this next matchup here. The Mets -120 favorites, total 8.5 in this game. Let's get into the line movement in this one here. As we have Kenta Maeda and Ranger Suarez. Line opened up at -130. It is up to a -132. It did drop all the way to -122 this morning, and a 10-cent line movement since then. So line moved towards the Mets here in this game. As for the total, opened up at 8.5, -125. No line movement here. We have 68% of the tickets and 90% of the cash is on the Mets. The line moving towards the Mets slightly, but not overly too much. And 90% of the tickets are on the over. 95% of the cash is on the over. The line's not moved. Kenta Maeda and Ranger Suarez. Ranger Suarez, I think he's made 1 start, maybe 2. He's a 9.82 ERA, but a 4.92 expected ERA. Don't read too much into that. because he should be better.
3 starts.
Huh?
3 starts.
3 starts.
And his best start was in Coors Field.
Yeah. Kenta Maeda, 3.94 ERA and a 4.07 expected ERA. So he's been slightly overperforming, but he's a much better home pitcher than he is road pitcher. The Mets, 113 WRC plus, 117, my bad. 13th in baseball against left-handed pitching. The Phillies average 99. They're just an average team against righties. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Phillies, 19th the last 2 weeks compared to 28th for the Mets. Mets bullpen has really struggled, so I kind of want to keep them out of it here. I'm interested in the Mets first 5 in this spot where you can get up at minus 130. I'm going to grab the Mets first 5 in this game, minus 130.
You said Mets minus 130?
Mets first 5, yep.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the run line. I originally looked at the over in this game, and then you look at Kohai Senga's home road splits. On the road, 6.12 ERA. At home, a 1.57. He is a lot better at home than he is on the road, which kind of pushed me off the over, although I do think the Mets will be able to put up some runs tonight, maybe a Mets team total over. But I do like the Mets run line. I'm not going to lay, well, what is it, 120? It's not 120. The lowest.
No, the line's gone up since I typed that up this morning. The line's gone up.
Yeah. The lowest I see is 131, so I'd have to go run line at plus 152. I really like Senga in this one, so especially at home. And the Mets coming off of a road trip, they got to come back. It's their first home game, but Phillies coming off of a series against Atlanta. I'll take the Mets run line in this one. I think this one's going to be a statement series for the Mets because they get to go up against Ranger Suarez, and then tomorrow they get Mr. Tajon Walker. Aaron Nola tomorrow, and then Tajon Walker Thursday, and then the Mets get to go up against Bassett on Friday. So back-to-back Mets wise, but this is going to be a statement series for the Mets. They need to step it up, and I think they get it done with Kohai Senga on the mound.
Yeah, I like Senga here in this spot.
Keep it going. I gotta put it up on the site. So, I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna put it up on the site. You go back to the chat.
All right. Yeah, I'm typing in. All right. Kikuchi has been pitching pretty well. Can't fade him today. Yeah, I like playing WNBA unders. I feel like WNBA unders are. I feel like WNBA is one of the only sports where the unders are more public than the overs.
Yeah.
Mets win? I think so. It's not Senga anymore.
Yes, it is.
DK has a small boost for 1 run first inning.
I can see it.
Metropolitan's run line. Yeah. I was hearing Maeda. I'm not sure why. It shouldn't be. Polar Bear time, as usual, home run.
Yes.
Yeah.
Home run for Polar Bear?
Yeah, why not? All the money on the Mets. I wouldn't say all the money on the Mets.
No.
Or, yeah, a decent amount of money on the Mets. But, I mean.
I like the run line, but yeah.
The ticket number is lower, though. I can get the Mets minus 125, minus 127. Yeah, I don't mind it. Move on, though. The battle of the red. The Reds and the Red Sox in this one here. Lively and Bayo is your pitching matchup here. The Red Sox, $1.70 favorites with a total of 10 in this game. And let's get into it. Line opened up at minus 181 for the Red Sox. It's down to a 168. So the line's moved 13 cents towards the Reds in this game. Line opened up at 10 minus 110. Now it's 10 minus 1.6. So a 4-cent line movement towards the under in this game. Slightly movement towards the under here in this one. We have 60% of the ticket, 61% of the tickets, and 70% of the cash on the Reds in this one. A little bit of a public doggy in this one, but the line has moved towards the Reds. So the line movement makes sense with the way the money is coming in. As for the total, 68% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the under. And the line's moved slightly towards the under here in this one here. Lively, 2.65 ERA, 2.51 expected ERA. He's not going to go too far into the game. This is like an opener, 3-4 innings. And Bayo, 4.08 ERA, 4.98 expected ERA. So expect worse from him. The only thing is that the Reds don't really hit righties, 92 WRC plus, which is 24th in baseball. And the Red Sox, though, hit righties, 10th in baseball, 104 runs created plus. The bullpen's pretty bad, 22nd and 26th. So maybe we get a late runs for an over here in this one. This is a stay off spot for me, though. I have no interest in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, Lively. This is an ugly game. Lively hasn't been bad, but he really hasn't pitched all that much, to be honest.
It's an opener. It's an opener.
Well, he went 4-5 last 2 starts, so and Bayo is not somebody I trust. He's another one of those 4.0 ERA, but he's actually been pitching quite well as of late. 2-2, 1-2 in his last 4 starts in terms of earned runs. So he hasn't been horrible. I was going to look towards the over, but I just think 10's a little bit too high. I'm this board. I'm not really super excited over this MLB card today, Nick.
Yeah,
and it's okay. We don't have to go crazy on going after stuff. So, I'm just gonna stay off this one.
Yeah, I'm not particularly interested in that game.
Reds money line. You liking the dogs today? I'm not gonna blame you for liking dogs.
Friends don't talk friends off of underdogs.
Yep. Let's keep on rolling.
St. Louis Cardinals and Kansas City Royals. Cardinals minus 180 favorites. Total of 9 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. Between the Battle of Missouri, which led to a perfect game through 7 innings yesterday. Line opened up at minus 181 for St. Louis. It's now minus 171, a 10-cent line movement towards the Kansas City Royals. Line opened up at a 9 minus 120. It's now a 9 minus 107, so a 13-cent line movement towards the under in this game as well. Let's take a look at the money in this game. 89% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the Cardinals, and the lines move towards the Royals, which is interesting. And we have a little bit of sharp money here on the under. 38% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the under a little bit here. We have Miles Mikolas and Zach Greinke in this spot. Both these pitchers are due for some regression negative-wise. 4.55 ERA for Greinke, a 4.95 expected ERA. Mikolas 4.23 and 5.08 is the expected. So both expected to be a little bit worse. Expecting the Cardinals to do something here after getting shut out yesterday. Third against right-handed pitching, 113 WRC plus. Royals 22nd, 95. The Royals bullpen's been second to last 2 weeks, and the Cardinals is 14th. This is another one where I stayed off. The line movement and my numbers are just not linking up here. My numbers suggest Cardinals in the over, and the markets say Royals and under. So this is one where my X's and O's are not connecting, and not all the boxes are getting checked. And this is a stay off spot for me. I think I'm going to be a little bit more selective when it comes to my bets here during baseball season, seeing if that helps a little bit better with my ROI. But no action here for me in this one.
Yeah, I'm kind of going lighter too. I mean, I will be honest. My focus right now is not with Major League Baseball. It's with a different baseball. So I still do my research and everything on NBA, on MLB. But when I looked at this one, it's got to be a look towards the Royals. And you don't have to talk me twice off of fading the Cardinals. They're not good. Greinke this year. The only concern is it's Greinke on the road, so I'm going to stay away from it. He's doubled ERA on the road than he is at home. 6.66 ERA on the road and a 3 ERA at home. So just kind of a spot that I'm going to stay away from. I'll play in the next game. That I will. But for this one, it's going to be a pass.
Fair enough.
Lean Royals first 5. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. I mean, friends don't talk friends off of dogs.
All right, we'll have a play for this one, Nick, right?
I have a feeling I will. And it's just because I don't do this with many players. But it's Shane McClanahan day.
Yep. Okay, cool. All right, we're on the same boat.
Let's get into it first, though. Let's break it down. We have the Tampa Bay Rays, and we have the Chicago Cubbies. The Rays minus 190-ish range for this game. Line opened up at 170. It's moved up to 188. So the line's moved towards the Rays. Line opened up at an 8. It's up to an 8.5 with the over here in this spot. So it's moved up half a run. Maybe expecting a little bit of why am I drawing a blank here? Of Hendricks to get hit a little bit. Let's get into the money in this one. As we have, this is the only thing that's truly scary about this game. 93% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the Rays in this game. But we've seen plenty of times where the Rays are getting this type of money, and it does not matter. And then we have 69% of the tickets and 93% of the cash is on the over. The line's moved up half a run. So that makes sense. Suggesting that Kyle Hendricks may get hit in this game. Let's take a look at it. McClanahan, a 1.97 ERA. It's been absolutely phenomenal. He's my pick to win the Cy Young at the moment. 3.33 expected ERA. So should expect a little bit of regression, but I still think he is and should be the Cy Young favorite right now. Kyle Hendricks, a 6.23 ERA, a 4.85 expected ERA. Both these teams hit the opposing arm. The Rays, number one in baseball on the road, at home, hitting wise. Number one against lefties, number one against righties. It doesn't really matter who you are. The Rays have the hitting advantage. Don't care if you're on the road or at home, if the Rays are in Tropicana or not. Because they're number one against right-handed pitching, 126 WRC plus. And I believe they're number one. And I kind of want to make this point because we keep having somebody come into our chat and saying that they're stealing signs, which is complete stupidity, in my opinion. So let's grab road batting stats here. WRC plus. Oh, look at this, Tim. The Tampa Bay Rays are number one on the road, 135 WRC plus this year. But I mean, they're stealing signs though. So at home, so they're much worse. I don't buy into that whatsoever. And the bullpen advantage does go towards the Cubbies, though. One thing I got to mention there. But I'm probably going to look to double down on the Rays here. This is probably my biggest play of the day. Let's see. Little bit pricey here, but I think it's worth it. Rays team total over 4.5, minus 130. Rays first 5 run line, minus 133. I'm grabbing both of those.
Yeah, okay. Rays run line. I know it's minus 110. That's about the max I'll lay on a run line. This team just got no hit for 7 innings yesterday. They got 1 hit altogether. Remember that day when the Toronto Blue Jays put up 20 runs on the Tampa Bay Rays?
Yeah.
Remember how it happened the next game? Yeah. Sorry, Cubbies. This game might get switched off of your normal network and onto Pornhub because this one's going to get ugly and quick. Kyle Hendricks is on his second start of the year. First start of the year, I believe he got hammered. He didn't get hammered, sorry. 3 earned runs, 6 hits, 2 walks against the Mets, and a 10-1 loss. He went 4 in a third innings. I just see Kyle Hendricks getting hit in this one, and McClanahan is McClanahan. So he's been nothing but solid the entire year. They've lost 1 game that he has started. 1. And that was against the Yankees, and that was not his fault. This is a Tampa Bay spot for me. 100%. And in his starts, they covered the run line. They didn't cover the run line besides the loss. 2 times. They didn't cover the run line in losses. A 1-0 game against Milwaukee and an extra innings game versus the White Sox. Other than that, in games that McClanahan has pitched, 7-2, 7-2, 8-1, 4-3 and 10, 14-5, 8-1, 3-0. The loss to the Yankees, 1-0 Milwaukee, and 7-3 against the Toronto Blue Jays. So this is a Tampa Bay team that gives him run support, and they win by run lines when he pitches. Tampa Bay run line minus 110.
Yeah, and he's yet to lose a first 5. He pushed one first 5, but he's yet to lose a first 5. And looking at it here, I was looking it up. I got 12-1 preseason. If you want to get involved with McClanahan to win the Cy Young now, it's plus 350.
Oh wow, he's been solid. I don't blame you.
Yeah, this is definitely a pitcher that I absolutely love. So
Yep. Head back to the chat.
yeah, first 5 full game for John. No need to break down the guy who hasn't a first 5. Not trying to jinx. Player performance double on FanDuel. Shane McClanahan, 7+ strikeouts in the Rays to win at plus 135. Do not hate it at all. Hit the like button. Thanks for not a problem. Do you like the under in the Blue Jays or under first 5? Under first 5. I've already moved on it. Under 5. First 5, under 5. Minus 108. Exactly. It's just because they're a good hitting team. They have to be cheating, apparently. Although I heard that, I'm surprised Mr. 444 whatever actually has followers. He didn't say the Yankees. Didn't he say the Yankees were going to lose yesterday? He did. But we'll move on here to a game that I'm kind of interested in. The Minnesota Twins and the Houston Astros. The Twins minus 115 favorites, totaled 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between Minnehaha and Houston. Line opened up at minus 120 for Minnie. It's now minus 111. I don't like that because I was looking towards Twinnies here. And the line opened up at an 8, minus 110. It's now an 8, minus 122. So a 12-cent line movement towards the over in this game. Let's see if the money correlates with that here. If I can find the game. There we go. As we have 59% of the tickets and 61% of the cash is on the Twinnies, and the lines move towards the Astros as a home dog in this spot. 77% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the over. Lines move towards the over here in this one. Joe Ryan and Belak. Ryan, 2.21 ERA, 2.37 expected ERA. If I would be moving on, if I didn't have any Cy Young futures and I had to move on one right now, I think it would be Joe Ryan. And then Belak, 3.55 ERA, 6.02 expected ERA. So he should be getting hit more. Twins, 103 runs created plus, which is 11th against righties. Astros, 97, which is 19th. And both these bullpens are top 5 or top 10, my bad, 5th and 6th, with a slight edge towards the Astros. I was looking mini, but this line movement is going to probably keep me off of them here. Definitely a strong lean towards the Twins' first 5, I think, in this game, but I'm not going to make the move here.
Yeah, this is one that I kind of stayed away from. It's almost a dog to a favorite, though, Nick. Houston is moved from plus 110 to minus 105. It's just, what is it, Belak pitching? So it's a guy that's going to go 4 to 5 innings. He hasn't been bad this year. I'll give him that. He's allowed 2-2, 1-1, and 4 in his 5 starts. So he hasn't been bad. Joe Ryan is somebody I've liked to back. He's been solid this year. 15 earned runs in 61 innings, 2.21 ERA. Kind of like the Twins. I don't hate it, but I don't. This is one that I kind of went back and forth for a couple. Just couldn't get a feeling on this game. And once again, it's a team in an AL Central. The Central divisions I'm not necessarily strong with. So when it came to that, I kind of stayed away from this one. I guess it's a lean towards the Twins, but it ended up being a pass for me.
Fair. Yeah. Not something I'm interested in.
Where did you leave off in the chat?
That one.
Pass. Cool. I do like Joe Ryan 4-0, maybe. First 5 money line. Don't hate it. Let's head to this game.
Yeah, I did a free pick video for this one here, and I like the way the lines moved in this one because it's moved in my favor. White Sox, minus 140, total 9 in this game. We have Giolito and Anderson, your pitching matchup here in this one. Line opened up at minus 141 for the White Sox. It's down to a 139, so a 2-cent line movement towards the Halos in this spot here. Line opened up at an 8.5. Even money. It's now all the way up to a 9, minus 117. By the time I did the free pick video for this last night, I got the 8.5 and minus 122. And the lines moved up that way. Let's take a look at the money. Makes sense with it as well. As we have 53% of the tickets and 72% of the cash is on the White Sox, and the Lions moved 2 cents towards the Angels, which is kind of interesting here, which suggests maybe that the Angels could be an interesting look in this game. 81% of the tickets, 72% of the cash is on the over. The line's gone way up. Maybe I just found the public spot a little early, but it is what it is. Anderson, well, it also correlates with my X's and O's. Anderson, 4.81 ERA, but a 5.02 expected ERA. Giolito, 3.98 ERA, but a 4.3 expected ERA. Both pitchers expected for some negative regression. Will we get it from these two teams? I think yes. The Angels, 103 runs created plus 13th against righties, and the White Sox smashed left-handed pitching, 128 WRC plus, which is 6th in baseball. The White Sox bullpen ranked 25th, and the Angels 9th. I'm on the over 8.5 in this game. I've already bet it last night at minus 122, and that's what I'm on.
Yeah, I kind of like the over. I'll run with you with that, and I kind of like the White Sox on the run line. Make this one make sense for me, Nick. I know the White Sox are at home, but they're 12 games under 500 against a team that's 3 games over, and they're minus 140. Can you make that one make sense for me? No? That makes me like the White Sox even more. I think this is a duo game, Nick. I think it's a double up. Because I think the White Sox are going to be the ones that put up the runs. I would take the White Sox run line at some big plus money and the over in this one. Thoughts on both of those?
The White Sox one worries me because the line's not moving the right direction for that. I think X's and O's wise, the White Sox should win this game. X's and O's
it's just a weird line. I'm gonna roll. We're gonna roll with it. Let's go over and let's go White Sox run line, Nick.
Okay, fine.
Jump back into the chat.
I like the White Sox, but yeah, pass for Markel. Which will move us into this next matchup here. The Colorado Rockies and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks minus 245 favorites in this game, Tim. Total of 8.5. Makes sense, though, when you see who's pitching for the Diamondbacks. It is Zach Gallen. Now, the question is Zach Gallen someone we can 100% trust right now? We'll get into that. Let's take a look at the line movement here. Zach Gallen and Kyle Freeland, your pitching matchup for this game. Line opened up at minus 210. It's all the way to a minus 243 for the Diamondbacks. A massive 33-cent line movement in this game. Let's take a look at where the money's coming in. 77% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks. The line's moved towards the Diamondbacks. We have 78% of the tickets and 83% of the cash is on the over. And the line's moved from 8.5, from 8 minus 120 to an 8.5. So looks like the line has gone up in this game. I think the over could be an interesting look here. Maybe a Colorado team total over, because let's take a look at these pitchers here. Freeland, 3.86 ERA with 4.15 expected ERA. So expect negative regression here from him. Not too much, but expect a little bit. Zach Gallen, 2.97 ERA, but 3.53 expected ERA. So his ERA is about half a run lower than what it's supposed to be. Rockies might be a team that can take advantage of that, though. They're 6th against right-handed pitching the last 30 days, 110 WRC plus. And the Diamondbacks are 22nd against lefties. The Diamondbacks struggle a little bit against lefties. They hit righties much better. And now we're getting them as a massive, massive favorite here in this spot. I feel like I want to take a shot with the Rockies here. And the Rockies do have the dead last bullpen right now, the last 2 weeks, actually. And the Diamondbacks are 20th. So don't really trust either bullpen here. I think the over is a decent look. You can also get plus 205 for the Rockies first 5 money line. I don't hate that. You can get plus 106 for their team total over 3.5. I don't hate that. I think the Rockies can score some runs in this game. This is a tricky spot for me. I'm leaning over. I'm leaning Rockies of some sort in this one. I know it's Zach Gallen, but I think that the Rockies can maybe get to Zach Gallen a little bit here in this spot, and then maybe a little bit to the bullpen.
Congratulations, Books. You priced me off of the Diamondbacks. And I'm not fading Gallen. Gallen's a Cy Young guy that I have. I think he's a really good pitcher. He's got a 2.97 ERA, so he's not pitching all that well right now. And Colorado's not a team that I would trust to get runs. Although they've gone over in 7 out of 10. I just can't trust the Colorado Rockies on the money line in this one. I know big dog, can't really complain about it, but I'm just going to stay away from this game. And as for the total, I think this is a spot that Zach Gallen could pitch a masterclass today. Like, you could get 7 innings of 1 earned run from him today. I would actually probably lean towards the under. Everybody's going to see what happened yesterday. They put 12 runs in that game yesterday, high-scoring game. I could see this one going under with Zach Gallen, but this one ends up being one I stayed away from, and I lean towards the under.
I'm gonna put Rockies first 5 with a question mark here, and an over with a question mark here. I want to see how today goes. Maybe I might add that later.
Okay. Hard for you to trust Giolito. Pass. That's fair. Rockies money line.
Kind of like that.
Snakes -1.5. No. Zach Gallen got lit up in his last start, right? Zach Gallen, K-Props, and Arizona win. Zach Gallen didn't get lit up in his last start. No. 2 earned runs versus the Phillies in 5 2/3 innings. First 5 under 4.5 feels good. D-backs and Rocks. I don't hate it. We'll go to this game, Nick, which I actually have some interest in.
Yeah, we have the Seattle Mariners -130 favorites, total of 7 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement in this spot here. We have line opened up at -125 for the Mariners. It's up to a -135, so a 10-cent line movement towards Seattle in this spot. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's down to a 7. It was juiced towards the over. It's still juiced towards the over, though, as it's moved down half a run. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in on this one here, Seattle and New York. As we have 45% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on Seattle. Lines move 10 cents towards the Mariners here. 86% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the over, yet the lines move down half a run, which is kind of interesting here. Cortez and Gilbert's your pitching matchup here. Cortez 5.3 ERA, but a 3.71 expected ERA. Gilbert 3.6 ERA, but a 2.89 expected ERA. Both these bullpens are okay, 2nd and 16th. 103 WRC plus for Yankees against righties, which is 12th, and 105 for Mariners versus lefties, which is 18th. I think the Mariners are the look in this game. I think the Mariners -130, -135 range is not a bad look in this spot, which is kind of where I think I'm gonna end up on this game. And I trust the bullpen full game for them here. So I'm gonna grab it here. Mariners -135 money line.
Yeah, I would grab the run line. And that's what I'm gonna end up putting up. I like this. I like the Seattle team coming off a rough game yesterday. And I like Logan Gilbert, and Nasty Nestor has been nasty in a bad way this year. He has not been the same guy that he was last year. He's rocking a 5.3 ERA, and I think that the Seattle Mariners are going to be able to hit against them today. I like Logan Gilbert. Obviously, I had a Cy Young ticket on him last year, 2 years ago. Solid pitcher, 3-point-something ERA. Now, I would be leaving money on the table if I didn't tell people to go and bet Aaron Judge home run. Just because he's just been batshit crazy lately. But this is a spot that I'm going to be on Seattle run line for sure. And what can I get it at? Seattle. That's the Storm. I want the Mariners. +160 on the run line. Give me some Seattle Mariners action, Nick.
+160 run line?
Yes.
I just grabbed the -135 run line or money line.
I'm not laying -130. I did on a couple of college baseball, but I'm not on this. I'm not in MLB, not on the site.
Fair.
I'm putting that up. If you're able to go through the chat again.
Yeah. Where are we starting off here? First 5 under. I kind of lean towards the over. Yeah. Other cap just cast a lie +600 on the French Open. There you go. Pass. Say both. Wild. +850 pre-match. There you go. It has to be a stat. The Mariners off a loss. I like it. Mariners -1.5. Plus 160 on the run line, yeah. Which now we'll get into a game that was really nice for us yesterday that I am flipping sides on today, Tim.
Yeah,
let's
fine.
get into it here. We have the Atlanta Braves and the Oakland Athletics. We have the Braves as minus 240 favorites here on the road with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. Let's see if it correlates with the bet I made here between JP Sears and Bryce Edler. Line opened up. Oh, wow. Line originally went up, and now it's come back down a little bit. Opened up at minus 235. It's now minus 220. So a 15-cent line movement towards Oakland, which makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable with this play, but it is what it is. Line opened up at 8.5 even money. It's now 8.5 minus 118. Let's take a look. As we have 93% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the Braves. The original line movement was towards the Braves. And now it's come back down a little bit, kind of concerning. 54% of the tickets, 59% of the cash is on the under in this one, and it's moved towards the over actually a little bit in this game. I expect Atlanta to tee off in this game. That's kind of where I'm expecting this one here. Bryce Edler, 2.01 ERA, but a 4.48 expected ERA. So he's somebody I'm looking to fade. But the Athletics are not that team that I'm looking to fade him against because I don't see the Athletics taking advantage of this negative regression expected for Edler. 73 WRC plus, which is 29th in baseball. They're one of the worst against lefties. On the other side, the Braves the last 30 days have absolutely mashed left-handed pitching. 186 WRC plus. I expect them to absolutely shell JP Sears today. 4.7 ERA, 4.69 expected ERA. And these are two bullpens that actually I don't really trust either. The Braves, the last 2 weeks, 21st. The Athletics, 27th. I'm on the Braves -2 at minus 120. I'm taking a shot. I want to look to do that with some bigger favorites that my numbers just project an absolute blowout, or just the Oakland Athletics in general. I might start taking -2s against them almost every game because they're historically bad, and I'm tired of trying to back this team. Even though we won with them yesterday, I think the Atlanta Braves win this game something along the lines of 11-2, like something along those lines. I think this is an absolute shit kicking where this is going to end up on the hub. So
I don't know about that.
I am on the Atlanta Braves -2 in this game at minus 120.
I'm staying off of it. I mean, there's no way that the Braves lose 2 in a row to Oakland. So that's definitely the case. And the lines have moved towards Oakland, hasn't it?
The original line move was towards the Braves. Now there's been buyback on Oakland, where the lines moved towards Oakland. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not backing Oakland by any stretch of the imagination. I'm happy I got the plus 213 yesterday. That's all I needed. Hey, we got 1 out of the 3 games. Although, if you wanted to play it that way, you grab Oakland the next 2 games, you're still guaranteed to be profitable for the series. But it's just this is not a game I needed to go after. We'll have another game that we go after in a minute. That's a big dog, but we're not going to go after Oakland today.
Sure.
Take Bryce. He's an elder. Sure, have fun. One more dog that's worth a plus 240 for the French Open today is Moffils. Good luck. Altuve hit. Rodriguez hit. Parley plus 105. Both players on a 6+ game hit streak. This parlay cashed yesterday back to the well. Good luck, Gio. Not doing Braves -3. Nope. I agree, Nick. Count me in. Braves 8-2. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't talk you off of the Braves team total either, but that's a 5.5
for the World Series. Book it. I want to know what you're smoking. Anyways, we'll go to we got 2 games left.
Yeah, we have definitely a play in the last game. Got to figure out if we're going to have a play in this game though. Where we have the San Francisco Giants and the Pittsburgh Pirates -140 for the Giants, total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement here. Oviedo and Burbia is your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at minus 135 for the Giants, now minus 144. So a 9-cent line movement towards San Fran in this game. Line opened up at a 9. It's now down to an 8.5 at minus 115. We have 52% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the Pirates, and the line's moving towards the Giants. We have 62% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the under, and the line is moved towards the under in this game here. I kind of feeling like Pittsburgh's a little bit of a public dog in this game. Is kind of my initial thoughts on this one. Let's take a look here. Oviedo, 4.7 ERA, 3.93 expected ERA, so expect better from him. Babria, 3.68 ERA, 2.2 expected ERA. He's been good. And we have 97 WRC plus for the Giants, 17th, 83 for the Pirates, which is 26. So the hitting advantage goes towards the Giants. The pitching advantage goes to the Giants. The bullpen advantage goes to the Giants slightly. And last 2 weeks, these are two of the top 3 bullpens last 2 weeks. The Pirates ranked number 3 and the Giants ranked number 1. I want to move on the San Francisco Giants here to end my slate here. I'm going to look to see what I can get for the Giants -1. It's minus 144 and plus 135. It's a minus 104 for the Giants -1 in this game. I'm going to move on that here. So Giants -1 for me to not in my slate, but I do have one more play next game.
Let's run it back, Nick, from yesterday. Giants on the run line. This is a team that's been hot lately. They won yesterday. They've won 4 out of 5. 7 out of 9, and 11 out of 13. This has been a hot San Francisco Giants team, not a team I want to fade. I know they absolutely blew them out yesterday. Was it 14-4? I don't see it to be that big of a game this time, but I think the Giants score early, they score often, and it's a dominant game for the San Francisco Giants. I'm not laying 140. I took the run line plus 135. Let's go San Fran. Keep going with that hot streak. Yeah, I knew he would be here. And wow, look at all them O's. Just picked up some cherry lime, cherry gelato. Have fun. Heat and Golden Knights parlay, never in doubt. There you go. Giants -140, -1.5. I would have to go -1.5. That's just me, though. Oh, dear God. All right, I'll go put it up.
Yep. You already know where we're going in this one. No handicap needed. Nationals first 5, Nationals full game. No team should be -300. Are we done?
Yep,
I'll break it down. I'm not a huge fan of this game, but I did play the first 5 full game money lines because it's a -300. Dodgers opened up -280. They're now -300. Line opened up at a 9 plus 105. It's now a 9 minus 102. So a 7-cent line movement towards the over as well. And this one, the good old -300 fade for the Dodgers here, where we have 70% of the tickets, 61% of the cash on the Dodgers. In this one, and we have 33% of the tickets, 64% of the cash is on the under. Lines move slightly towards the over in this one here. Nationals first 5, Nationals full game for me. Plus 225, plus 266. Split the bet though. Half a bet on each. Do not put a full unit on each. My baseball units are 0.8 units. My baseball bets are 0.8 units. It's 0.4 units on the first 5, 0.4 on the full game. Do not put 0.8 and 0.8 or whatever you do on the first 5 and the full game. Split it up. Nationals first 5, Nationals full game.
All right, good. That's all. I don't need to jump into it. I'm going to say the exact same thing as you. So, we're jumping on the -300 and we're rolling with it, or -300 fade. Joe, what was the Heat -9 yesterday? Now back to betting Heat and Panthers every game, no matter what. Joe, I got the Nuggets plus 2,000 to win the title. I'm not betting the Heat. There's just no way. I already have Nuggets -8.5. I expect that line to go up. Yes, Nationals first 5 in money line. Let's get it. I don't know. I shouldn't have thought. I should have thought of that. Yeah, you should have. That is all the games for today. I'll try to do some type of show later on tonight for some college baseball if you guys are interested in that. My plays are rolling across the bottom for the opening day. ULL, Wright State, Dalbap, Arizona, Sam Houston, ECU, UNC, Indiana, Tulane, Troy, UNCW, Northeastern, Campbell, and UConn. So those are some of my plays for the first day. Obviously, a bunch of the games I did not bet were the 1 seeds. And I'm going to be probably putting together some type of parlay of all the overs in the 1-4 seeds. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing for a big thing. So we'll see how that goes. Yes, Bulls legend. I got you. I think it could go a surprising 7 games. We shall see. I don't think so. I think Nuggets in 4.
Nuggets in 5.
Scares me a little? No, it doesn't. Not at all. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, picks and parlays, premium plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com websites all linked down below. Check out SeatGeek, concert tickets, sporting event ticket needs, ESP at checkout, $20 off your first purchase. Check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle. I did it for the WNBA. And I will say, over the weekends, there will be some college baseball Ballin' Out shows. I know you can't get those on the site, but I will be doing some balling out for some college baseball. That is for damn sure. Even if I have to do a separate one from the main one, there will be some college baseball for you guys there. Recapping for today, kind of a light slate. WNBA, I have my 4 plays, which are Atlanta, Indiana, Seattle, and the over in Dallas. MLB, I like the Tigers. I like the Orioles. I always like the Orioles. Mets run line. Rays run line. Over in the Angels game, along with the White Sox run line. Seattle, San Fran run line, and the the Nationals. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. Okay, that was the one I forgot to type in to my Twitter post here. I'm on the Tigers money line plus 111. I'm on the I'm on the first 5 under 5 Brewers and Blue Jays. Mets first 5. Rays first 5 run line. Rays team total over 4.5. Over 8.5 White Sox and Angels. Braves -2. Mariners -135. Giants -1, and then closing off the night with the good old -300 fade. Nationals first 5 full game.
Honestly, I thought Heat were dead in the water after Game 6. I'm happy it came through. There you go. Good luck, peeps. Betting fever every game until further notice. Money line, I like it. Priced me off the series in the NBA, so Nuggets in 5 or 6 games. The Sun is a trash this year. Fever plus 500. Run it back. Best bet. I got them plus 12.5. I'm not going crazy with the Sun today. That's going to do it for today. We'll be back. I'll be back later on tonight to talk some college baseball. Some regional. Let's go. We'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.